Hello everyone and welcome to JP Creation, and in this lecture we are going to block out the arm. So before blocking out the arm, we can see that here the faces are a bit rectangular, so we don't want the face to be rectangle shape. We want equal distance in the edges, or we want same distance of the face. So you can see the above faces are in square shape, but down from here till here it is in rectangle. So we'll add a edge loop in middle of this. To add an edge loop, go to edge by clicking right click and then going to edge, and then press shift and then holding shift and right click. You can see all this option, or else you can come to edit, not edit, mesh tool, and then click on insert edge loop. Inside insert edge loop, we will click on this option panel and reset it. We have to check on this option insert with the edge flow, so that we will get an proper edge flow here between the edge. So click here between this two edges, again click here, and then click here. So in this way we have added the edges. After this is done, we want proper distance here. So to do that, we can manually come to the edge and then press W. Selecting this edge, we can bring it down, or else we have seen one option in sculpting called smooth surface. So we can click on this option and then smooth the surface in this way. Holding B and middle mouse drag, we can control the size of the brush. This option does not work on the edges or at the end of the faces. So for that we will again press W and then come to edge vertex mode, and selecting this vertex we will bring it down in this way. Again come to object mode, then to block out the arm, we can see that we need to create it here in this way. So for that we will create a cylinder. Go to polymodeling and click on the cylinder, or else click on create poly primitive and then click on cylinder. After creating it, bring it up, rotate it pressing E. Now we can scale this object by coming to scale tool, but I will not scale it, but sometime it shows error, so I suggest don't use this tool from here. We will change the parameters by clicking on polycylinder and then clicking on the height. We will change the height. Rotate it more in this way and then press W and bring it here, bring it more above and then keep it here. Okay, so after this is done, from side view we can see if we keep this both on proper mode, like if we off the shading, to off the shading we can click here, or else we can come on shading and then click on X-ray. So I will click here on this option. So we can see that the deltoid is here, and we are creating the arm this side. So we want this deltoid to be shifted in the back side of the arm. So for that we will right click and go to vertex mode and then select the vertex. For this we will use soft selection, so press B for soft selection and holding B and middle mouse button we can control how much we want the soft selection in this way. But we are not able to do properly, shift it properly. So to move the deltoid properly, we can directly select 4 faces from here. I think faces are also not working here, so we will select some more faces by just selecting one and shift, holding shift, clicking on the other face, double click. In this way we can select it and then bring it a little back in this way. Okay, now again we will on the X-ray mode. After this is done, off the soft selection by pressing B. Now here we can see that the number of edges are there in the above deltoid is 8. So if you don't know how many edges are there, we can go to edge mode and double click on the edge, so it will show the number of edges selected in this panel. So here a panel appears when we go to display, heads up display, and show poly count. So if we click on this option, it displays the number of edges or faces selected. So now we can see that the number of edges are selected, the count is 8. So the same number of edges we want in this hand. So in this arm, by clicking on the poly cylinder, here we will keep the subdivisions to 8, and then in height we can give it 5, so that the hand will fold from here. So in the elbow part we have kept 1 in the middle, and in the forearm we have kept 2 in the middle of this. Okay, now the hand is not straight, so we'll bring it more back, a bit back here, and then after the hand is coming down from here, it's getting fold and coming forward. So we'll go to vertex mode and then select all these vertices, and now if we rotate it by pressing E in this angle, in this x-axis, it is not rotating properly. So we need to move the pivot point at the top of the selected vertex. So for doing this, we will enter into the edit pivot mode by pressing D, and pressing D, by holding D we can edit the pivot, and then after editing it, leave the D key so that you will come out of that. So we need to shift that pivot point more upside, so press D again and then bring it more up in this way. Now again going to the side view, we can select the x-axis and then rotate it in this way. So this is done. After doing this, the vertex at the bottom where the hand will come, this vertex are small, so we'll select this vertices and then reset the scale tool by clicking on the double clicking on the scale tool and then clicking on reset tool, and make it center, make it so now after I select this vertices, I want to scale this vertices in x-axis, because the hand is from where the hand is coming out. This part is in rectangular shape, so I will scale it down, and then this part also will be scaled a bit down, and then you can scale this part up so that it will look like a forearm. And then lower this and again increase this a bit. After doing this, again right click and come to face mode. Select all the faces from here. So by dragging and selecting all the faces, we will hold control and then create a selection in this way, so that rest of the faces will be deselected, and then delete these faces. Come to object mode again. Now select both the objects by holding shift, and then hold shift and right click and go to combine. So combine both the objects. We can also do this by selecting both the objects and then going to mesh and then click on combine. Now we have to select all the edges from this above deltoid and this arm. So go to edge mode, double click on this and holding shift, and then again double click on this vertices, so that all the vertices will be selected, and then again click on edit mesh, and inside edit mesh you can create a bridge between this. So by clicking on the option panel, first reset it and then click on apply and close. If anytime if you see that this bridge is not properly sometime it's come in this way like twisted, so you can make it properly by coming on the bridge offset. Click on the bridge offset, and then with the holding middle mouse button you can drag it so that it shows the proper way, okay, in this way. After doing this, we want this hand to come more front, so we can select all the faces from here by selecting in this way. Again hold control and shift and then click on this, and from side view press W and bring this hand a little bit forward. Okay, so after this is done, here we can see that this vertex is coming down, so we can take this up. So if you want to move this in proper direction, we can press W, and after pressing W, left click on the anywhere in the viewport. So after pressing W and left click, you will get this option. This option are related to move tool settings, so we can go to access and then change it to normal mode, parent, or any of that if you want. Okay, so I will come to its I will come back and change to component mode, and then take it a bit up here in this direction. Okay, after this is done, take this vertex out, select the overall object and then press 3 so that it will smooth out it, and after making it smooth you can see that the object is properly created from the arm. We can also smooth it by holding shift and then right click and come to the smooth option, but we will not use it now. We will use this option after finishing this character overall. To make it smooth more properly, we can again come to sculpting and then use this tool. We can also use this tool like smooth the surface at the mesh. So this will also make it smooth. If you want to lower this brush, then press B and then middle mouse button to lower this down, and then click here. Okay, so this is looking fine.